I wanna blow your mind today, and I don't think some of you already know this topic, my rant. I've done it many times on gun channels, and I've made videos on it many years ago. I want to talk to you about laws, and I want to tell you about two types of laws. Basically, the two types of laws that make up all laws: the mala in se, or in se, and mala prohibitum. Okay, have you heard of these? They're Latin. Okay, the first one, mala in se. What is mala in se? Means you broke a law. You killed somebody. You robbed somebody. You punched somebody squarely in the balls. You raped. You kidnapped. You did an act that is a violation of social norms, whether that's a little small act or a huge, never to be forgotten act like murder, right? Those are real laws. Like if you take a gun and you shoot somebody, right? Now you've committed murder, or you've committed assault, or you've attempted murder, or right? Those are real laws. Those are real violations. And then there's mala prohibitum, which means it's illegal because we say so, because we're trying to prohibit a certain type of action, right? I mean, prohibitum, you understand where the root origin there is. So, these are laws like no open carry, no speed, setting a speed limit, making sure that your gun is locked up, making sure that you have a permit if you conceal carry. These are not actually breaking any law. You're not violating anyone's rights. They're merely an attempt to curtail in se violations at the bud. So instead of like just harshly punishing people that break laws, that's not good enough. We have to create laws to help prohibit people from thinking about breaking laws. The real laws. So now we have like a buffer zone of law, right? You have the real laws, don't rape, and then you have the buffering law that says also don't speed, right? Because speeding is bad. There's no evidence that speeding is bad. I mean, people watching this are going, well, of course speeding is bad. Well, look at Germany. They don't have a problem with speeding. Many other countries don't have a problem with speeding. We just put up a sign that says this is the posted speed limit, and we pull people over to fund the police, but it's not actually wrong. It's just, that's what we do. That's what we do as a society. There are so many examples of this. Case in point, I want you to see this video, and I'll link it. I'll try to splice it in. I don't know where it's at. Anyway, there's a gentleman in Philadelphia, okay? Pennsylvania is an open carry state. Philadelphia is in an open carry state. However, Philadelphia is what someone's come up with as a first-class city, meaning it's over 1 million people or something like that. This older gentleman, I think he was older, decided he was gonna go on a jog with his gun strapped to his hip in Philadelphia. Now, the police naturally flip out and they come a-running. Many cops come a-running. And it's the same argument over and over. They say, who are you? Show me your permit. Because when you're in a first-class city, you have to have a permit to carry a gun, either open carry or concealed carry. And he says, beautifully, I'm legal, I'm not breaking a law, there's no probable cause for this, I'm not going to tell you who I am, I'm not going to identify. And he's right. And he's right in doing that, because he hasn't broken any law. There is no mala in se law that he has broken. He's not harmed anybody by walking around with his gun. It's a mala prohibitum law that he's potentially in violation of, but they have no probable cause to believe he is in violation of, because we are not required to wear our identification around our neck. We're not required to openly identify. Nothing, there's no requirement for that. There's no legal precedence. Now, don't some legal Snoopy or whatever go into the comments and go, well, you see, really? There was one instance in the District of Columbia where there was decided that... No, I get it. There may be a precedent point in one particular case that's very specific. I'm not talking about that, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. The point is that there are people there was 3 types of people that saw this video and were commenting in the comments for this video. One, the people who said, good on you, you're not required to identify. If you identify and you try and exercise your rights, it's an impossible act, and eventually you're just going to be stripped of your rights. right? And that's really what it comes down to. He's not doing anything wrong. The behavioral change is not with that person that's exercising the right. The behavioral change is with everyone else, including the cops. They all need to change their behavior because that person is legal. Leave him alone. Then the other people are the people who go, well, he just walked out of his house to cause a problem. He was looking for a fight. It doesn't matter, dickhole. It doesn't matter. He was just exercising his rights. And he wants to exercise his rights and be unmolested, and the best way to do that is to strap a camera on. Because that's what they're for. That's what these are for. To document everything. And we have that beautiful ability to do that now. Don't call him an attention whore. Call him smart. Call him savvy. Call him a patriot, if anything. And then there's the cops. Now, this is more directed at the people who don't understand the cops' attitude on this. Not necessarily the cops, because they think the cops, by and large, are just trying to do their job. Okay? The cops want you to identify yourself. The cops want to know everything about you. The reason? They want to find something that they can get you on. If they think that, so for example, if they thought this guy wasn't legally licensed, having him identify himself so that they could look him up for warrants, look him up for anything, so that they could search him and require him to identify is what they want. That's why all these little laws exist, so that they can detain him, or actually arrest him, right? So they detained this man and they said, you know, what's your name? You know, please identify yourself. And he wouldn't because he hadn't done anything wrong. There was no probable cause. And that's the problem with a lot of these mala prohibitum laws, is that until he violates a law, they can't go then and investigate his person fully. So if he would have even jaywalked after talking to these police officers or before speaking to these police officers, they could pop him and say, okay, now you need to identify, you were jaywalking, you broke a mala prohibitum law, right? Then they could go the whole deep dive onto who he is and show me your identification and prove you're not breaking the law and prove you're not da-da-da-da-da. So these laws, you have to understand that they don't serve a real purpose. Well, they do. They keep the police funded. But they're not actually helping us live together. Some people believe they do, but there's no evidence to back that up. And you have to understand, a lot of these laws come from British common law. They're just carryovers from days of yore that we've seemed to have just adopted, and everybody's fine with it. We need to question these things. No, not only, we need to do two things. We need to understand what these things are, and then we need to go, well, why do we still have them? Why are we still doing this? Who is this helping? Is it actually helping? And who is the major benefactor? It's not keeping society together. Mala in se laws are still being broken. The mala prohibita laws are not preventing these laws from being broken. So why are we doing them? What is the point? So Leia asked me for one specific thing for Mother's Day, and I got it for her. It's this thing called an Instant Pot, which is a pressure cooker that is like insane. It's Bluetooth, it's Wi-Fi, it'll saute, it'll pressure, it'll poultry, bean, chili, meat, stew, soup, rice, multigrain, porridge, just yogurt, everything. What doesn't it do?
It actually sous vides too.
It'll sous vide. So anyway, you got a chicken in here?
Mm-hmm.
So if I turn it like this, oh wow. Wow. And all that coloring is just from the pot?
No, I seared everything first.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not a cooking chump.
Yeah, it smells good. That is pretty cool. Alright, I got a very droney unboxing here. So I had some Amazon gift cards, and there was a special. If you buy a DJI Phantom through the Apple Store, they had a 50% off coupon for 2 batteries. I already had an extra battery, so... That is a drone. I only got one more. Boom, battery.
A battery?
And then this is the... Well, that's bigger than I thought it was being. Still gonna work out alright. This is a simple filter case for lenses.
Daddy, what are you doing?
And then I can have my ND filters in these little wallets, and then I don't have to worry about
Oh, sorry.
and the plastics all over the place. Anyway.
The house, housing edition, kind of like ours.
Okay. That's gonna do it. I hope that I got the message across on what is a mala prohibita law and why they're stupid. So, question of the day, what is your favorite mala prohibita law? For me, mine is easily the California Safe Handgun Bill. They have a website and a list of handguns that are deemed safe for you to own in California. The DOJ takes handguns from different manufacturers and puts them through a pretty rigorous amount of testing to deem them safe. They do drop tests, they do multiple firing of the gun to make sure it will fire without jamming or having a malfunction, etc. Companies pay thousands of dollars to be put through this exercise, just to be put onto this list, and they require all kinds of BS stuff that is just stupid. So easily my favorite mala prohibita law, California handgun roster. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. See ya. We've come to the end of the video, and this is what we call a trailer. It's where I ask you, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see my day-to-day vlogs, hit subscribe. And if you want, I've got a whole playlist with over 700 videos just talking about stuff that you just watched. So if you enjoy all of that, go check that out too. I really appreciate you coming. Comment below. I engage with everybody, and thanks a lot.